Hello, surprise, surprise, I'm still at home. We came back from our trip and we took off to Melbourne for the weekend for the Australian Ice Hockey League finals weekend, which is a tradition of ours. We've done it for many years and we see the same people each year and have a good time. Sadly, our team didn't win this year, but they have in past, so that's been great. Then I was packing ready to go and a family member actually had a road accident and they've broken 3 bones in their foot and they now have 2 bolts and a plate in there, and it's a little bit of a recovery and he needs a little bit of help. So I'm at home and I don't know for how long, so I don't know if this will be the last video for a week or two, but family always comes first. It might just be a few weeks till I feel confident enough to leave the family and trust them to remember to feed said patient. While we've been travelling around this trip, there's been a few people that have asked for details on some of our mods and what we've done in our Iridium 13, and because they're scattered through all of the different videos, we've decided to put them all in one, and this is like what we've done to make our lives better in our van. It's not like you should do this too, it's just what we've chosen to do. Is that right?
See.
So we'll begin with the most asked question about John's home built battery system and all that changed in there.
All right, so originally we had, when we bought the van, it came with a DC to DC charger and the 3 100 amp hour AGM batteries, the Chinese AC charger and the Chinese built inverter. So we've upgraded everything to EnerDrive. So basically we've saved ourselves 65 kilos putting the 200 amp hour lithium battery in, and the lowest we've ever got using this battery is probably around 70% power. That's even after 3 or 4 days of no sun. The van come with this already when we bought it. We installed that. We installed the 2000 watt inverter and the 200 amp hour battery, lithium battery.
And the best thing for me is the inverter button.
So what I also did with the inverter here, I basically plugged the cord in here, and that's the remote which goes inside. So I run that into I've run another inverter power point. This is the original power point for 240 volts. I've run another power point here for the inverter, and I've also run wiring up through here, inside, power point into here, which runs off the inverter. And this here is the remote switch. I can just hit that, turns it on. We only turn it on when we need it. It's so much better.
We've never run out of battery power. We've never had to worry about it at all. But as added insurance, we actually bought
200 watt solar panel from iTech World. We've got 300 watts on the roof, but we've never needed it yet so far. But we bought it anyway. We did test it while we were in Bursley to see how it worked. One day we checked, we were putting about 4 amps in from the rooftop solar, and I plugged this into the external Anderson plug, and it dropped up to 14 amps straight away, because this is directly at the sun, whereas the solar panels on the roof are flat. And it just plugged into this Anderson plug here on the outside, which goes through your DC to DC controller. Got a bit of 1mm stainless steel, measured up to protect the drawbar tap. Hopefully that'll be okay. I did the same thing underneath with the drain valve for the grey water tank. Yeah, the 9 kilo bottles, doesn't matter what size, it didn't seem to fit in there properly, so just got some rubber and put in there, and now they fit in there nice and tight.
Originally, we filled this top cupboard with all of these IKEA containers and we velcroed them to the carpet, which is underneath. But with time, while these are great for some things like the bathroom things, and you know, we have some cups, we actually also found from IKEA these things work really well. It's a base plate with holes in it, and we velcroed that down to the carpet, and then it comes with these holding pegs and you can slide them in any configuration you like. So as you can see, we've put them in and it's kept everything from moving. In the under cupboard, we're still using these, and it's just helping separate everything so that it doesn't move around too much on the rough roads. And I must say that it's worked really a treat, and they're all velcroed down again. I just take the storage containers out of the cupboard, bring them in, pack my clothes in, and then walk them back into the caravan, slide them in. Easy as. I use sound insulation to make a shelf over the wheel arch under the seat and put hinges in it so that I could access the cavity there, and it works a treat. Just for anybody that's wondering, when you get your hybrid, they recommend that you keep the foam bits so that when you're travelling over corrugated roads, it protects the cooktop.
Comes with 4 of them. They're designed for hybrids. Just a thing called the crock bin. I think I bought it from Tent World for about $21. Comes with a bracket, which I just bolted through to here, make sure it's level. And it comes with the lid, or the frame, I guess, with a lid. And you just slide it in place there. Then you got this insert here, which is tightened up, and you put a garbage bag inside. It keeps your food off the ground.
I've managed to get the insert out of the big drawer. So before it only had room for utensils, and I've pulled it out and put a non-slip thing underneath. And now we've got the fry pan, the plates, the colanders, the bowl, the kettle, and a few other things all in there. And we've put all of the utensils in here. And for us, I think it's much easier. We got rid of the collapsible fry pan because the big burner in here was too big for it. It kept catching on the plastic bit. And we went and got 26 inches long.
That's from Tent World again, I think.
Yeah. We actually have an induction cooktop. We've only really used it once because it was a dust storm, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we found with this one, water boils so much faster with this than you do with gas.
One of the best mods that we did, and I want to be clear, it wasn't our idea. We saw it on the Signature Facebook page. Somebody was kind enough to post all the details of how to do it, what to buy and everything.
Hole in the wall above the toilet.
So this is the ensuite.
And before you had to reach in where the food cupboard is to get into here. It's really hard to get to these things. I know it came with 2 spares, but we thought we'll probably never need 2 spares. So it took me months and months, and I finally found someone who's selling a spare wheel for a Prado. We carry an extra wheel for the car and the one that comes with the van. We've got the other spares in the garage at the moment for the van. Also, because I never knew what the tyres were doing when we were driving, you don't know what the air pressure is. So I've got an Oregon, I think it's a 6 sensor tyre pressure monitoring system. And that's all it is there, one on each side. And you just put the unit in the car on the dash and it tells you what the PSI is. Just peace of mind, what's going on behind you.
When we travel, I always make sure the external pantry is well equipped so that when we stop for lunch, there is a cutting board which we use as a plate, there's a cutlery set, and there's cups for drinks. And that way we can just put the little shelf down here and we can make lunch, and all we really have to open is maybe the fridge because I usually keep everything in there.
We've got a BST water filter. We use that whenever we fill our tanks up. But
these guy ropes fit in the sail runner of the Iridian's awning, making it perfect to keep the awning down and safe and secure. To protect against dust on our recent trip to the Big Red Bash, we put extra door sealant rubber along the hinges of the door. We also took wide tape and we taped around the bed box. We used a piece of foam to put over the vent in the ensuite. Well, going through all the mods and the things that we bought for the van that we like to tell people about has definitely kept me busy this week. I'm sure there's some more things that I've probably forgotten about, and I probably need to watch all my videos to find them, but I hope it all helps you. I'm really still not sure after this week when I'll be back on the road, but I hope you'll bear with me. But I really need to be home and look after the patient and make sure he's all right. Until then, I will see you on the other side.